And we're back to everyone's favorite show, 30 Minutes with Chester and Willis. I'm Willis.
And I'm Chester. This is the show where you talk and we belittle. Us being geniuses, we know everything from how to fix a leaky faucet to computer programming.
You hear that, Chester? That's the sound of our viewers' adoration of our show.
Let's answer the phone.
Hello, and whom are we speaking with?
Hi, I'm Francis. Yeah, I think my Microsoft Word is broken. Can you help me fix it? I was typing a narrative for school about my trip to Snowy Mountain, but it keeps giving me the green squiggly line when I type this sentence. I went to sled down the hill. What's up with that?
Well, duh. Any idiot would know the answer to your inferior problem, but because we're amazing in every single way, we're gonna help you.
Gee, thanks.
We know. You're welcome. So when you say, I went to sled down the hill, you shouldn't be saying to sled when you're using a prepositional phrase, down the hill. You should instead use a gerund. This can be done by changing the infinitive verb ending to sled to its present form, sled. Then stick ing to the end of the present tense verb to create your gerund. So the sentence becomes, I went sledding down the hill. Now that sounds a lot better. Don't you think so, Chester?
I couldn't agree more, Willis. So the first way gerunds can be used is as the subject of the sentence. For example, working at the Krusty Krab is SpongeBob's favorite activity. To find the gerund, look for the word with ing after it. In this case, it is working. We know working is the subject of the sentence because the subject is always linked to the verb. In this case, the verb is. After finding the verb, ask yourself which noun is linked to the verb. Working is linked to the verb is, so working is the subject of the sentence.
Then gerunds can be used as direct objects. So here we have Dr. House enjoys messing with Dr. Wilson's mind. Here messing is the gerund because you can ask yourself to whom is receiving the action, Dr. House. What does Dr. House enjoy doing? He enjoys messing, so messing is the direct object. Another example of gerunds as a direct object is Paula is melting sticks of butter in a skillet. Ask yourself to whom is receiving the action. Paula is receiving the action. And what does Paula enjoy doing? Melting, so melting is the direct object, which in this case is a gerund.
The third way gerunds can be used are as indirect objects. Homer puts working low on his list of priorities. To find the indirect object, ask yourself to whom or for what the action of the verb is done. So for what does Homer put low on his list of priorities? Homer puts working low on his list of priorities, so working is the gerund.
And the final way gerunds can be used is as objects of prepositions. First of all, the preposition is the word that shows the relationship between a noun and another word in the sentence. You wouldn't say, the hill is for to sled. You'd use a gerund, sledding. To sled is an infinitive, and it doesn't work in this sentence. In the sentence, by bringing criminals to justice, Detective Ed Green helps rid the streets of violence. By bringing is a prepositional phrase. Bringing is a gerund, and by is a preposition. Bringing is the object of the preposition.
I guess I get it.
Here are some more examples for your better understanding.
Try to identify the gerund in the sentence that serves as its direct object.
While I was playing on my trampoline, I heard yelling from my neighbor's house.
Is it playing?
No, silly, it's yelling. Amateur mistake.
But how will I ever tell the difference?
Look at the other word that ends in ing.
Yelling?
Indeed. Now can you identify the way the gerund works in this sentence, Francis?
Well, it does receive the action of the verb heard, so I'm going to have to say a direct object.
Bah! Beginner's luck.
Here's another. Eating chocolate cake icing is not only hazardous to your health, but very tasty. Identify the gerund.
Ooh, I got this one. It's icing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'll never get it.
I almost feel bad for her, Chester. That one was pretty tricky.
Good point. We should tell our listeners about the exception.
Icing is a noun when put on a cake, but when icing over a skating rink by freezing water onto it, icing is a gerund.
So eating is the gerund?
Yes, it serves as the subject.
Any other burning questions?
Well, I wasn't sure about the economic status of Eastern Europe. What is your opinion regarding...
Well, that's a story for another time. I'm Chester.
And I'm Willis.
And thanks for listening.